Well, now it sounds weird now that he's talking like that. And we are live. Welcome everybody back to another edition of Chairgatin. I'm your host, Rattlesnake, coming at you live once again from the Snake Pit here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, joined by my co-host Dakota. What up, Dakota?
What's up, everybody? Dakota Drake 4 coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia. We got our boy David from Fast Car Living, the Bang Bus Boys. We had a wild week in Atlanta. Let's get this motherfucker going.
Let's do it. What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in.
Rock, flag, and eagle.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
Oh,
All right, I'm posting this shit.
that's that's the way I'm about to do right now.
Are we? It's like we're all like coming back from vacation, like,
It feels
True.
like it.
We all kind of just were.
Mhm.
I mean, Dakota, you were at home, but that's like a at-home staycation.
Yeah, it's like a getaway. It's like, oh yeah, I get to go sleep in my bed.
What up, Dalton?
Yeah, that's gonna be like the perfect setup. Like for I guess Darlington for you, Matt, and then Atlanta obviously for you, Dakota. Like, all right, cool, going to the race, but then I get to go home and sleep in my bed every night.
Yeah, it is. It is nice, but then it's like I don't want to leave. I don't want to go home. I want to stay and hang out. That's what it.
Well, it sounds like we're gonna have a big spot next year for spring Atlanta. So let the
Yes.
camping commence.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I think there should be something to that, and then we can definitely all pitch in, and then if we get the bus sideways, bro, it'll be a game changer.
Get the bus
That is a-
sideways? Is that what
Oh, yeah.
we're discussing?
So you weren't there because you decided to just abandon your friends.
I kind of always
Um,
loop you into. Matt would like this idea.
And just go live at a yacht
kinda-
club and
I kind of just speak for you.
Yep.
But we've already called. Andy already did, and we're getting 2 spots because the person that had 2 spots just 2 sites down from us is not renewing, and then the guy that's beside him we're talking with to get his spot as well, at least rent it from him if he's not going to be there. And so if we have 3 spots, we can park the bus sideways. That way the 20-foot rail would be the viewing spot for everybody
Wow.
rather than just the 8 to 10 foot. that it
Wait,
is
what
right now.
Atlanta race are we talking about for this?
Spring. Right now it's only spring because that's the only one that's available at the moment.
Okay. I mean, it's still cool. But
Yeah.
if it was the next Atlanta race, oh my gosh. I was
No.
I was
about
talking about too. If like we did that, I
Hmm.
would probably just like drive my truck up in there and just camp.
Yeah, there's 3
Well,
spots. It's got to be
like-
enough room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll have
like-
3. We'll have 3 parking decals. So obviously one for the bus, but then there's 2 other parking decals for
Yeah,
whoever
And
puts
then,
in
like,
money or
3
wants to
spots,
split.
there could be a lot of us camping out there.
yeah, it'd be
Well,
tight.
And if we get that tent for Dega, we can also use that tent there because they're 15 by 40 sites.
Dude, I
So
would
it's-
sleep on the couch in the tent.
Ooh,
Just
nice.
saying. If that's available, I call it right now.
Yeah.
We could have air mattresses. We could have swimming pool. What up, Kelly? Oh, okay, that's cool. It sends my comments to your side. That's perfect.
I love it.
Cool. What's up, man? Yeah, we got to fill Matt in on some of the stories from the weekend.
There's so many stories. I'm sure this whole episode is pretty much just going to be stories of the weekend. Obviously, not all are going to be on the show, as I imagine. But we can talk about everything else. Yo, what up,
What
Jeremy?
up, big Jeremy?
What
What up,
Get
Jeremy?
emotional with the boys.
Yeah, that's a great video.
Talking about the other guy that didn't show up for the weekend.
Well, you can't blame him. He's out
Dude.
fighting fires.
Yeah. He's out fighting fires. I'm just living my best life in Arizona. Pretty much the same thing.
Rambling, man.
But summer Atlanta, you're going to be there, right?
Summer Atlanta's gonna be
Yeah,
fucking nuts,
obviously.
dude. Summer Atlanta. I was like, we're gonna bring a kiddie pool up in that bitch.
Dude.
Oh yeah.
That's a good
June,
idea.
Georgia Atlanta race. Like
We did
it
that
was
at
like-
your house last time.
I know. Yeah, I was like, well, let's get a fucking kid. I don't know how we'll get the water really, but if we had a
Yeah.
kiddie pool in there,
You got a water tank on the bus.
yeah, but I want to take all y'all's water.
It's a 50-gallon tank, bro.
Yeah, we'll figure out the logistics. I'm not worried about
Yeah,
this.
I'll order a truck to come over there and dump it.
Yeah, we got Dega coming up. I mean,
Or
yeah,
I just love how like everyone else wants to pre-plan with me because like that's like every day another chip to the puzzle of getting Dago ready.
Yeah, Jeremy was already reaching out and being like, "Hey, we're gonna get the Penske truck again. You down?" And asking when we're gonna leave. And I'm like, "Dude, I haven't even thought yet. I'm sorry. I have so many other trips in between. I'm definitely gonna be there. You know, I'm always there Thursday, whatever." So,
watch your phone this time, please.
Yeah, no phones in the doors.
I mean, I still think I got a lawsuit against Penske on that one, but I'll let it slide for now.
I've checked my emails.
I'll have my people call their people. Yeah. Okay. So
we missed you this weekend, man. It was a fun one. It honestly was more fun than I even was like ready to have. I think I talked last week. I was like
huge.
I was like, oh shit, yeah, Atlanta's this weekend. Okay, I guess I'll get excited when I head out there. But then, like, once Pittman flew in and we all went and got dinner and beers, and it was like, all right, it's race weekend. This is fucking what's up.
Yeah.
We had a blast. We went to a local little wing spot and got buckets of Budweiser.
I immediately felt like I was missing out when I saw
a lot of buckets of Budweiser.
I was like, I'm good for a solid 2 or 3 Bud Heavies, and like I might switch it up to something lighter. But it was like, God, I think it was like $10 buckets for like 5 beers. And Pittman just kept going, yeah, bring another one, bring another one, bring another one.
He just wanted to talk to
Jeremy. I can't help, dude. I was born a rebel.
Yeah, I'm hardcore.
Look at my Incubus shirt, dude. I'm hardcore.
Pittman kept telling the waitress, and he was like, hey, yeah, bring us another bucket. Bring us another bucket. Bring some limes. She was bringing us cups of limes, Budweisers.
Did he hit on the waitress also?
And like, yes, it's a story too.
Well, yes, of course.
Why, of course. But she is like, dude, like, I don't want any more fucking Budweiser. Like, I'm good. Like, I gotta drive. And like after the 7th beer I had, I was like, dude, I'm good. Pittman, no more buckets. Like, she was showing up with pails of Budweisers and setting them down. And we were like, Jesus Christ.
Like the Happy Gilmore dream.
Yes, that's how it was. That's how it was.
There was a plus side. We got some killer beer buckets for the bus now.
So we did steal the buckets.
Did he really get King of Beers tattooed on him?
Yes.
Yeah. It's Pittman.
Well, and obviously we do have to get to the LaJoy story, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And,
we'll get there. We'll build.
So we got some cool buckets for the house and the bus as we left, and we got back to we all went back to my house, chilled a little bit. Then we got the boys back to the bus. Yes, that thing's good. And we kind of called it a night because we had a long day Saturday. And we went back, met the boys at the haulers. Those first hauler look of 2025, dude. So there was some badass shit. There was shit I was like, oh, Matt's gonna buy that shirt. Matt's gonna buy that.
Don't say that already.
I saw some shit where I was like, Matt's gonna buy that.
Bring the check.
I literally told everybody, I go, I don't plan on buying anything. I'm just going to look. And all of a sudden, like a beacon at the end of the fucking dock, the junior hauler was just like shining through the fucking sea of people. And I was like, oh, fuck. And we went down to the junior hauler, and they had like new hats that they didn't have last year or at the other shit.
Don't tell me that.
I instantly was like, oh my God. And there was a couple hats I liked. And I was like, fuck, which one do I want? I don't know. I was like, I'll just buy both. And I was like, and then Pool was over in my ear, and he's like, just do it. You know you want to do it.
He's like, always the devil in the
He was like, you won't regret it. Just do it, man. And I was like, dude, shut up.
What the hell? Where'd you come from?
Yeah, what the fuck? I bought those hats.
The need.
And then I heard Nathan. It was Nathan's birthday weekend, but I heard him go like, he's like, man, I really want that one too. I really liked it. And I was like, oh, here you go. And I just gave it to Nathan. And being a good friend.
Yep,
no
good
brag. But then I was like, fuck, I really wanted that one too. But I was like, all right, I got this one. But hell, I think we all got a little bit of junior merch. We were all walking out
Pretty
there.
much all of us got it.
We were all walking through the haulers just holding bags like, I'm gonna leave with something.
Yeah. I set a goal to buy everything I wanted at this one race, and that'd be it. But I left knowing that by the end of this year, I'm buying that one and that one and that one. Because there's just it's finally starting to get back to what I feel like is the old school.
There was some good looking shit at every driver's.
Yeah.
I mean,
and there's more dedicated trailers for drivers.
Yeah,
It's starting to
Kyle
get back
Larson's
like old school.
hauler. I was like, dude, I want that shirt.
Oh no.
Yeah, Kyle Larson had some sick shit.
Yeah.
Hung Money's got his own. Ross Chastain has
Thankfully,
his
I'll be
own.
at Vegas before Dega, so hopefully I can get some of that knocked out early.
Well, I fucked around and brought Luna Sunday, and I said, let's go to the Kyle Busch hauler. I said, get whatever you want. I told her, I said, get whatever you want. And Luna got fucking decked
Talk about
out.
me fucking balling out.
And we got
God.
keychains and hats and shirts. And I literally was like, fuck. I was like, I couldn't say no, you know. And I spent like $120 at the Kyle Busch hauler that I didn't plan on spending at all. And god damn. But yeah, so I spent like $200 on merch I didn't plan on spending this weekend.
Yeah. I dropped $200 on merch. I saw the 40 Traveler shirt.
Oh, I want that shirt, and I have nothing to do with it.
Dude, it
Traveler
is
merch,
beautiful.
That's sick. They always make good merch, though.
It's like a cream colored shirt, or it's like the car was.
Yeah,
it's a good looking shirt,
dude. I love the merch that they put out, man.
I literally wore it yesterday, or I'd be wearing it for this.
Yeah,
but those so we went to haulers, then we all rendezvoused. Like, hey, qualifying's about to start. Let's get to the fucking bus and let's get this mother going. And it was awesome because like everybody was in a good mood, everybody's having a good time, and like Panama, and like we're rolling into the fucking infield, and we pull the truck up the bus, and qualifying starting, and we're like, it's a beautiful day. It was like, I don't know, it was like probably 57 degrees. Like when the wind blew, it was like, ooh, I need my jacket. But when the wind stopped, you're like, dude, it's damn hot. Like, it was sunny, like partly cloudy all day. It got chilly, like when the sun started going down. Weather was great all weekend though. Like sweatshirt, hoodie, and pants. Like
it's always nice to get to rock your like cold weather.
Yeah, you never get to do it. So we were breaking the jackets out, and the whole weekend was like no rain, and it got chilly at night. But it was like you could wear a t-shirt and be a little chilly, or you could wear a hoodie and be hot. I don't know.
Yeah, it was manageable.
And once the beers were flowing, we really didn't give a shit.
Right.
And we were all Saturday we were throwing down. Like the beer funnel was getting passed around. And we had a great fucking time. I drank liquor most of the weekend. It was a very smart play by me. I was chugging beers and drinking liquor, and I floated a buzz all weekend. It was just very key. I think we almost had a belly button shot on the bus.
Well, no, we did have a belly button shot on the bus.
We did. So we were getting rowdy, and there was a bus over there with like a bunch of people getting rowdy too. And Pool just laid back and like pulled his tits out, and we were all like, and then we said belly button shot, and I grabbed the liquor and we poured a shot of rum in Pool's belly button, and we put a Tajin rim on it. And all of a sudden some guy over there on the other bus was like, yo, let me come over there. And we were like, this guy really is turned on by Pool right now.
I mean, I understand.
He was some dumb drunk motherfucker. He came running up the bus, and he runs up, and we're like, hit that shit, bro. And he was like, what?
He did he started CPR on me.
Dude, he got down and started doing CPR on Pool, and we were like, yo, what the fuck? We were like, no, dude, take the shot from his belly button. And he was like, yo, what the fuck? he thought Pool was having a heart attack or something from the other bus. And he was like, I know CPR. Well, we didn't hear that. We thought he wanted to come do the belly button shot. So he came over and started like doing CPR on Pool, and we were like, what the fuck are you doing?
And then Pittman had to show him how a real man does it.
Yeah, Pool's laughing his ass off like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, I got you, bro. I got you. What up, Nick? And
I'm dying.
Then we were like, dude, take the shot out of his belly button. He was like, y'all are fucking gay, dude.
You're like, yeah, we are, bro. Yeah, that's what we're here to do.
He was like, dude, this is really fucking gay. And we were like, yeah, dude, do his belly button shot. He was like, I'm not fucking doing that. And then we were like, then why'd you come over?
A man in crisis.
Yeah. Somehow we thought that. I'm laughing the entire time.
We're all dying laughing. And Pittman, we were like, somebody do the goddamn shot. And Pittman was like, I would do it, but yeah. And we're like, Pittman, you're fucking doing it. He was like, all right. And Pittman did the shot out of Pool's belly button. It was disgusting. And it was hilarious. That guy was like, dude, he was literally like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. He was not
Y'all
happy.
start
Dude.
grabbing him. No, dude, where you going?
Yeah.
And that's how I had
He
a
was-
sticky belly button for the rest of
He
the
was
weekend.
totally like, this is what the fuck?
Welcome to the Bang Bus, bro.
Yeah. The truck race was like 10 hours long. Hey,
I
Dalton
got
was
you a
getting
dagger, bro.
Dalton was getting a little chubbed up. The truck race was like 10 hours long. And then Kyle Busch won. That was one of my favorite parts of the weekend because Dalton was losing his fucking mind every time Kyle Busch took the lead in the truck race. And so we really wanted him to finish it off, side-by-side finish. It was really good. But then Dalton losing his shit. Dalton thought Kyle lost. We were all flipping out, screaming up and down, and Dalton was like, God fucking damn it. And we were like, dude, Dalton, he won. Kyle fucking won. And Dalton was like, no, he didn't. We were like, yeah, he did. Like, dumbass. And then he was like, Dalton, then he's like seeing his eyes light up like Christmas. He was like,
he had to watch it on my laptop just to see it really happen. And then he was like, oh my God.
Yeah. And it was
sad that he has to celebrate truck wins now.
It was really fun watching him flip out for Kyle Busch. And, but then we doubled down on it. Same dude was caught sucking. Oh, yeah. Hey, that dude wasn't fucking around now.
Dang.
It was. Yeah, clutch. We got to get that guy's number. Let's do it.
He'll be back again for summer. They're always there.
Then we got to the Xfinity race, and it was. I thought it was pretty good.
Alden got to celebrate another win.
Yeah, we're rooting RCR all day. Austin Hill's spanking their ass. They almost took it from him, and he still won. It was super fun. Dalton's flipping out. I'm flipping out. It was super freaking cool for Dalton.
Dalton got a pizza party out of it.
They did a pizza party just for Dalton.
In that Xfinity race, it sucked.
I thought it was good.
Because your driver won.
No, regardless, they passed him 3 times in the last 3 laps.
Because he was figuring out different things that he could do because he was dominating so much.
Good. He was just dicking around with them.
Exactly.
But I don't know. There was a bunch of wrecks and passing.
Yeah, the truck race had a lot of wrecks. The Xfinity race had some wrecks in it, but it was just, Austin just dominated. RCR definitely has the super speedway package for those Xfinity cars, and it showed. I mean, Jesse Love obviously didn't get up as much.
And I got to meet Austin Hill for the first time. That was cool. 12 free punch. You counted?
Yeah, wait. The fact that you could still count means you should have done more.
I would say I know I did a solid like 4 or 5.
I didn't even get one.
Well, damn it. We were passing it around.
I was down cooking.
Hey, Poole came through clutch, dude. We were always like, where's he doing? And he's down there, he's got headphones in, and he's just like mad scientist on the fucking 1s and 2s, throwing down on barbecue. He pissed off NASCAR. They came and yelled at us about the fucking grill. What's up, Austin? It was a total misunderstanding. They were mad at someone else or something, right?
Yeah. So it was actually turn 2. It was the people that we thought their camper was on fire.
Oh yeah, we saw a big fire. That was wild.
But once they came over for that, they must have saw our smoke and came over to us as well. And what's funny is our buddy is the one that called AMS security to go check it out, but he didn't mean to call it on us.
Didn't we get in trouble at Atlanta for grilling last year?
I don't know.
No, they came by because they thought my grill was on fire because I had just smoked a butt and then turned it up to 400 degrees, and it did catch on fire.
Wasn't that last year?
That was last year.
Yeah, that was also Atlanta, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it wasn't during the race where they came out and said no grilling.
Poole was making his infamous fucking Parm barbecue chicken sandwich sliders, whatever the hell they call. They're so fucking good, dude.
You can't grill during a NASCAR race if you're on the infield, guys. Just letting you know.
Yeah, they get pissed real quick.
They get mad if you have too much fun. Although they did Atlanta Motor Speedway posted y'all, right? Wasn't that Atlanta?
Yep.
Oh, so yeah, camera people kept coming up all weekend, and we were like, come on up. And they were taking pictures and videos and all kinds of shit. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, Pittman was pointing them out with his third leg and getting them up there.
Yeah, Pittman was bringing affiliates.
Last year, Clint Boyer went to the one next to us, right?
Yeah.
And we kept trying to get in the background.
Yeah.
Fondling you and stuff.
So that picture, the 3 pictures they posted, the one picture with the old school Logano, or made it look like old school Logano championship jacket, that's that bus right next to us. So they were over there, and then they came over to us afterwards.
Got it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So then let's just get to the juicy gossip.
The Pittman story?
So
So, okay, first of all, to preference, anyone that's listening that's unaware, if you listen to Stacking Pennies, this story was brought up.
Nobody does.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah,
We have as many followers.
Yeah.
Okay, continue. But
So,
this story was brought up on the podcast.
I'm gonna give my third person point because there's a Pittman story, there's a Coil of Joy story, and then there's like a little bit of kind of what happened.
Yeah, can you just give an honest story?
Merged together.
So at Atlanta, an infield, you can go walk around. It's pretty cool. But they have like this little alleyway with the gate from the driver's lot to the garage. Honestly, they should build like a bridge or something at this point, because you can literally just like where the drivers walk through to go to the garage, you can just walk through there. Yeah. And there's just a little gate keeping these monstrous mongrels from getting it. I mean, I could hop the fence and just beat the shit out of a driver if I was a maniac. Like, it's totally like low. It's not like high security. Like, I'm like, this is totally not sketchy. Like, if I was a driver, I'd be like, can we build a fence here or something? Yeah. So, anyways, you get to sit there and you can get some autograph. The nice drivers give autographs. Some just wave. Crew chiefs walk right by you. It's like pretty cool access. And you don't have to have, I mean, you have your wristband for the infield, but you don't have to have any kind of pass or anything to get that close and get that access. But then drivers are coming by, blah, blah, blah. For some reason, Pittman's standing in the walkway. And like you're supposed to stay on the outside of the fence. Pittman's just standing on the other side of the fence.
Dalton, and Nathan, I think.
Yeah, they kind of just like were standing in the walkway for some reason. And Coil of Joy's walking by and he's playing on his phone and nobody's noticing him because nobody cares. He heard like occasional like, yeah, Corey. And he was just like, and Pittman's been running his mouth all goddamn weekend. No, hey, just what Pittman does. That's Pittman fashion.
Why was he running his mouth? Was it because LaJoy said nobody comes up and says
yelling C words and F words and
that's what he
just
says.
To everybody. Just to like, I mean, some guy he tried to rob.
To be fair, LaJoy does talk a big game on his show.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about
people don't have the balls to come say shit to his
Pittman
face.
just cusses a lot, but
well, I mean, hey, Pittman does a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so hey, no judgment here.
No judgment here. He's one of the boys.
So, Coil of Joy walks by and Pittman's like, "I'd like to tell you good luck," or he's like, "I would like to tell you."
I'd like to tell you good luck, but I won't.
Good luck, but I don't, or something. And Corey was like, he's like walking down the stairs, and all of a sudden Corey's like, "What was that, pal?" And it was like, it was embarrassing that Corey even acknowledged Pittman. First of all, like he could have just kept walking and act like he didn't hear it. But he's like, "What'd you say, pal?" And Pittman said, "I wanted to tell you good luck, but I don't wish you good luck." And he was like, "Oh yeah, blah blah, what the fuck?" And Pittman was like, "Oh, I was just saying." It said something about you said on your podcast that people don't talk shit to you, don't have profile pics. He was like,
"I'm talking to your face."
He said, "I'm talking shit to your face," and he's like, "And I don't have a profile pic or something." And then Coil of Joy was like, "Well, then you need to get a profile pic on your Instagram." And Pittman goes, "I don't have Instagram." And it was just like, what the fucking shit? And Corey was just like, so,
he just walks off.
And then just walks off. And then like that was like all, and then we laughed about it. Well, then we get back to camp and it turns into Pittman almost beat up Coil of Joy. And it was like, all right, that didn't happen. And Pittman, like the story got twisted 8 more times.
To be fair, if anybody in the group was gonna beat up Corey,
for sure,
it definitely could have happened. But
yeah,
sure.
If somebody came back and told me that story, I'd be like, he didn't beat him up.
Yeah.
What's funny to me is the fact that Pittman's story is just as true as Corey LaJoy's story.
Yes,
just in different ways.
Nobody swung on anybody. I think the fact that Coil of Joy was even responding to some jackass drunk race fan was embarrassing.
But also, I mean, if Pittman says he was about to punch him in the face, like Pittman could be smiling and 2 seconds later actually punching.
Yeah, no, I mean it physically could have happened. They were standing 5 feet. They were standing 5 feet from each other, like no securities around or anything.
Yeah.
And it was literally like I was like, Cory LaJoy, what are you doing?
So that was it. That's all that happened.
So that's all that happened. Well, then we go. Sunday comes back. We walk back down there, just like we'll see if we see drivers. Cory LaJoy walks back through, and we're all. I got Luna, I got or Logan's got his girl, and we're standing there in the same area, and then we're like, oh shit, there's Cory LaJoy again, but he's on the opposite side. Like we're on the left side, he's on the right side signing autographs, And Pittman's like, should I say something? And I was like, dude, leave him alone. Like, let's not get. I'm not trying to get kicked out today. You know, like we're all joking around. And Pittman's like, oh, the fuck with him, and we're like, fuck him. And Corey George is like walks on, never says a fucking word to nobody. Never signs autographs. None of this happens. And then the story on his podcast,
the fact that he said that.
I spotted him with his family, and I said, "You got something to say, pal?" And
yeah, for anybody listening that didn't hear his podcast, he essentially said the first part seems kind of aligned,
Close.
But that was
70% accurate.
The first part was on Saturday.
Yeah, right. And so that's like 60 to 70% accurate. And then
70%. Pittman did say his name.
But the second part where he says he saw him walking with his wife and kid, which obviously doesn't. That's not true.
That was Logan's girl and Luna.
Because he doesn't have a wife or a child. And then he says, I got nothing to say now, pal. And punked him out. And then he was like, and walks the other way like a pussy.
Yeah, that's what
doesn't say a word.
Fuck?
I mean,
but on his podcast, he had all this stuff he said, which he did not say a single bit of that.
That's a weak look. Look, Corey LaJoy, if you're listening, the one guy that you don't want to fuck with, who is a psychopath.
It's our boy
love. But it's Pittman.
Well, another thing too. I was like, we're gonna end up seeing this dickhead again at some point in the season, or next Atlanta race.
And you got to remember, whenever drivers come by, we're heckling them the entire time. We're saying terrible things.
Pittman's not gonna be allowed.
We need to get kicked out of the race, but definitely gonna be like, hey, Corey, you're a fucking liar.
We could at least do that. I think we can heckle. I'm concerned about Pittman
jumping fences and beating up NASCAR drivers.
We gotta keep him calm.
Well, it's funny because Ty Dillon came through too, and so
that was cool.
Yeah, and he's like, I'll take a picture with him, and I was like, yeah, hope you get a good race in that Glad trash bag thing. And he just smirks and keeps going, and it's I mean, some of them take it really well,
dude,
some of them don't.
But it was fun that
Ty Dillon is incredible. I've told you all this a million times.
It was fun. Pittman got to meet Ty Dillon and take a picture with him.
Ty Dillon is so nice. I love the Dillon Bros, man. They're so nice. I was talking to some guy at Legacy on Sunday, and Corey walked by us and was talking about how big of a dick Corey is. Yeah. I mean, I've said hi to him before. He's always kind of looking at his phone, and he'll just kind of nod at you.
That's exactly what he was doing Saturday.
That's the only experience I've ever had with him, because I mean,
I used to like Corey LaJoy years ago in his underdog days, and then all of a sudden he got one top 5 in a podcast, and he became a total.
Didn't he big dick you one time when we were on pit road though?
Yeah, and then that was when I was like, all right, fuck him.
And I think I even told you, I was like, dude, I've had weird experiences with him, and you were like, hey, I can't remember how it went, but you were like, hey, Corey.
Yeah, that was me hopping off the train.
Yep, and he just big dicked you, and we were both like, dude, Corey LaJoy cannot big dick anybody.
So, this
ain't got no wins.
Yeah, and then now it just makes you think. I mean, if anybody still listens to this podcast, everything he's telling there is just a load of bullshit.
Yeah.
I saw a fan. I kicked their ass.
Yeah. That confirms that everything he says is just garbage.
Anybody that bitches about oh, they're just keyboard warriors, nobody will say shit to my face. I'm like, dude, that's just not true. Go to any race, and there's some people, there's a percentage of dudes that are only online, and that's true. But if you go to any race ever, there's a line of dudes that will gladly bitch you out to your face. Yeah. You see it for every driver. I mean,
I talk trash to probably 10 to 15 drivers.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't care.
And there's way crazier dudes than just Pittman that are dude, I'll fight you right now. So this whole tough guy shtick it's just got to stop, man. It's not a good look.
Yeah, it's bad. And that's what it's funny. Connor's talked about it, or I found the clip or whatever, because it's oh my God. And then that's days later, he stewed enough to make this story up.
And he described his outfit perfectly.
Yeah.
It's clearly Pittman.
Yeah. And it's wow, dude, what a fucking loser.
Well, and a bunch of people hit him up with Pittman's info, because he was I never got his name.
He did.
It's there it is, dude.
He got Pittman's info. He just neglected that part. And it's so funny because, in my opinion, it was funny because, one, Pittman basically shows that he likes to listen to Stacking Pennies. And
he did give him that. We were like, dude, you listen to shows? He's like, no, I saw it on Instagram. We're like, yeah, dude, you listen to his podcast.
It was on the NASCAR channel. Yeah, I turn it off when it comes on. Thanks.
Hey, dude,
Hey.
Ooh,
It's
nice.
true.
That's
This is
Appreciate
true.
They maybe protected by PR reps and shit at the track, but nobody's
We're still
protesting
trading.
He
that.
didn't have anyone around him. He was by himself.
Yeah,
Most
honestly,
of them
he
don't when
can't
they're going through
afford a
there.
fucking PR person at this point.
Well, and who cares? Your PR person's like, hey, you're not supposed to talk to them. I'd be like, you're fired.
Yeah.
Like, what? Fuck off.
Like, it's literally them coming from the race car going into the motorhomes. So most of them don't have their PR people with them when they're going through there.
Yeah, I mean, look, the PR person is there to try to like mitigate that stuff, but they can't like physically stop a driver. It's usually some like tiny 28-year-old girl that's like following behind, tweeting.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
And
But
it's short trail racing, so they
there
don't have
was a
anyone to do
race. We got to a race Sunday, and
Okay. There was a good race in my opinion, but
I
I know
thought-
other people
Great
weren't so
race.
happy with it.
I thought it was spectacular. We had a lot
Yeah.
of fun. Bus was banging. I think almost all our drivers were up front at some point.
Yeah.
It was fun kind of watching everybody like, oh, your guys are going for it. Your guys going for it. There was Rex. Ryan Blaney's bump from Carson Hocevar sliding was like he drifted right in front of us. It was sick as
Oh, yeah.
hell.
Sick.
Yeah, there
We're
was a
about
bunch of
20
cool
yards in
passes.
front of us.
Hell, there
I
was a
saw the
bunch of
bus a
wrecks.
couple times on TV. They didn't really like. I didn't
You
see
just
them
see a
zoom
blur
in
of
on
us?
y'all. Yeah, I didn't see them
Yeah.
zoom in, but I was like watching it with family and
Yeah,
friends.
we're
I
that
was like,
blob.
look, the yellow bus, the yellow
Yeah.
school bus. That's it.
Yeah. Or you could see what Andy was wearing a red hoodie, I think.
Yeah.
At
I
some
mean, it
point.
was
A lot of
obvious 'cause
clips I
y'all
could
are-
see his red hoodie.
Everybody else is on like RVs and campers, and y'all are on a yellow school bus, so it's pretty.
Yeah,
obvious.
it's always easy to tell because the bus turned long ways, and then we're like one spot over this way.
Yeah.
So I
And
always
I
look
know
for their
like
bus
where
when they're
your spot
fanning.
is 'cause I've been there, so that you know.
Yeah, it was. I always see it. I'm like, there we are. But there was a bunch of wrecks, man. There was a bunch of good racing, and all in all, man, Atlanta is just, year by year now. Third or fourth season with this new track, and it is like,
I mean,
dude.
in
It's
terms of
wearing
racing,
perfectly.
I think Dalton's right here. It's hard to argue at this point. In
Yeah.
terms of racing,
It's
like
fucking fun.
attendance, you know, there's
It's the best of super speedways with the best of intermediate. So it just makes a damn good race because the
Yeah.
straightaways aren't long enough, like you're talking about for Talladega or Daytona.
It's a
I mean,
hybrid.
it's a hybrid. It just makes it mashes perfectly together. I'm super excited to see what the summer race is going to be because the track's going to be hotter.
Oh, dude, that was one thing. Like, you know how we talked about last year? Like, look how much the track's already aging.
yeah.
It is all like it looks like fucking Darlington when we were
Yeah,
there.
they got
Yeah.
patchwork around
It's
there.
getting wore the fuck out, and there's
Is this-
they're cracks and
Is
stuff.
this the third year?
It's third or fourth.
I'd say I think this.
I think it's third
I think it's third. I just
because they gave us the asphalt.
I was
2
thinking
years
about
ago.
it, and
Yeah, so
I
we could-
remember
Yeah.
I remember we were talking about on the podcast, Dakota, when it was happening, how like everybody was kind of against it. They were kind of like something needs to be done.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Yeah, but when they were
Yeah.
like, it's going to be a super speedway style, everybody lost their
Like,
minds. They were like, this is
whoa.
a terrible idea. You're ruining Atlanta. And now we're like looking back and be like, this might be the best track on the schedule.
However, they do not need to do this to Kansas. There needs to be only one Atlanta.
Yeah,
Kansas
this
is
is
amazing. Leave Kansas alone.
Leave my goddamn Kansas on.
Don't
I'm glad you
touch
got
my
to come
Kansas.
see. I'm glad you got to come see a race on the old surface.
Yeah.
Like the last race on the old surface,
Right.
and then you got to see a new one.
That's why I was like, I think it's the third year, right? Because I think it was like 3 years ago when I went, or 4 years.
I
ago.
want to say
It's been 4
this
years
is the
because
fourth.
it's been 3. We got the
Yeah,
we got
so it's
the
4
asphalt
years
to
Willie
go around
ago.
there.
B,
on the old
Willie
one.
B, and Joey Logano won a year, and then
It was
Chase.
4 years
won.
ago when I saw the old one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
been
this
4
is the
years.
third year that they've been having the new one.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it already looks like a track that's probably 5 to 6.
right. It's aging.
The
Like
problem
crazy.
is Texas is so big that you can't do like a hybrid like this.
They just need to fix Texas by tearing it down. They butchered turns 1 and 2. Whenever
They gotta
did
do
that with
tear
something.
down the whole thing. You don't have to tear down the whole thing.
What up, Timmy?
Yo, what up,
Hey,
Timmy?
tear down the whole thing.
They got to
Timmy's my
do
boy.
something. Something has
Progressive
to happen.
banking something.
Yeah, I think the banking's really what messed it up. So
Yeah, turns 1 and 2 is just
you
trash.
they can fix Texas. Honestly, they can.
Yeah.
And they
they
will
did it
have
in
it.
But
Atlanta.
eventually.
They just
Dude,
got to
Tex-
spend the money.
Texas back in the day when I was going there, it used to be a packed house. That was a good racetrack. People used to show up in droves. And the past couple years before I moved out, you'd go and it was empty. It's sad.
And
Yeah.
I do want to mention one thing real quick. And last year, I don't know if y'all remember, but last year, like every race, they were bragging about being sold out. Like every time they were bragging about it being sold out, especially for the first couple races of the year. And they haven't mentioned a single thing. And you could tell, like looking in the stands, it's not really sold out. And in my opinion, and I don't know what y'all think about this, I think thanks, Jeremy. I think they're catering way too much to the TV audience and not caring about the in-person audience.
I mean, it's been that way for years, to be fair, because that's where the money is. Sadly, just fix 1 and 2, go back to exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Give it progressive banking. Pave it the one they did Atlanta. I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's just the reality of the situation now. So, like in short track racing, dirt racing, there's still kind of a separation between like the streaming rights and the track owners.
Mm-hmm.
So each one kind of has their focus of like, we want what's best on TV, we want what's best at the track, and that's good. Like there should be two separate entities of like who wants what's best where. And so I think NASCAR has kind of had a problem with merging those two things, where the track audience doesn't matter as much because there's more money in the television.
When you tell an infield person they can't grill during the race because the smoke affects the race, when I'm barely putting off any smoke, like that's stupid.
Yeah.
When we're talking about wristbands to be able to go out on the track, and then the security has no fucking clue, and they won't let you back through into the infield. You have to go all the way around. That's dumb. Like there's so many little things they just need to update. And even in Atlanta, I don't know if you looked at the condominiums, Dakota, but those things are aged terribly.
Yeah, that those are the same ones from the 90s. I think like they gave the track a redo. We need to do something to the stands and the condos, like fucking paint them or something. Read stucco.
Because
like,
even if there's not as much
them.
money even if there's not as much money in the people going to the track, it looks better on TV. Like there is value in that. You want it to look good on television.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, honestly, when I go back to a good track experience, Daytona.
Yeah.
Like what they did to Daytona is just state of the art. It's incredible, right, Dakota? When you walk in, there's like LED lights above your head.
I can buy a car while I buy a hot dog.
Yeah. It's so state of the art and so high end. It's like some of these new NFL stadiums when you're like, holy shit. That's how Daytona feels.
Well, so
and that's what NASCAR wants to be, but they're just not investing the money back into the fan experience. They're just investing the money back into the TV experience.
Right.
Side note, that's exactly how Phoenix was too. They had fucking escalators and big screens.
Dude, I gotta say, Phoenix as a city too is so nice.
Yeah. So the track experience and everything, the redo with the stands, it was all head to toe legit.
I know once you went, you became a truther. You were like, all right.
I'm all for moving the championship race, but I get it now.
You get it, right?
Yeah, I get like that is a go-to. Like it was like Daytona, but it was Phoenix.
Yeah, and what Dalton's talking about here,
cool.
Yeah, it does look pretty cool. I got a picture of it.
It was like wrestling or some shit. I don't know what or why. If they must have had something in the stands, but everybody held up their phone flashlights, and yes, I will go back right now. Everybody held up their phones on the green, white, checkered with their I guess you hit an app or something or a screen, and your phone flashlight.
Did the app like the stadiums do?
Well, and it fucking all the grandstands' phones flashlights lit up for the green, white, checkered, and it was like fucking cool.
That's pretty cool.
It looked super cool. Like everybody's waving their flashlights and they're restarting. They're like, "Here we go!" And it was like I got all pumped up just seeing.
That's cool. Yeah,
I'm sending it in the group chat real quick so you can
especially
see
like from our angle, you get a really pretty view of the grandstands in the front stretch. So like I don't know how cool it looked from the stands, but from down in the infield, it was like beautiful.
So I just sent it in the group chat. It's kind of hard to tell because we're far away. We're all the way in turns 1 and 2, but you can kind of tell that the stands themselves, if you zoom in, that it's all lights. Like it's people with their phones doing the lights.
Oh yeah, I can definitely tell. That's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool, like seeing everybody wave their flashlights around.
How do the grandstands look though? Because I see a lot of empty seats.
A lot of empty seats. That's what I was talking about.
It was kind of
full.
It was, yeah. I would say if anything, it was maybe a little less, but it was kind of like the same Atlanta crowd from like last 2 or 3 years.
True. Like, also, do you think maybe it has something to do with people waiting for
out?
Yeah. Well, I think it has something to do with it being fucking chilly,
and people might be waiting for the summer night race.
And I think the summer night race, I expect a way bigger crowd.
I agree.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I agree. Yep. because it's a night
summer
race.
night race is going to be like one hot night. Like it's going to be a fucking cool spectacle.
Yeah.
That race,
It's gonna be cool.
summer,
Hey, Timmy,
Saturday
I'll be there in
night.
the summer.
Hey,
How
let's
you do?
go, Timmy. I think this like I'm getting hyped about the summer night race right now. And I didn't even like realize the spring race was last weekend.
We're going skating or bowling or something. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna have a
boys' night on.
Dude, no, we got to go to the skating rink.
Yes.
Also, we should coordinate like how we're gonna do like a dance together while we skate.
Y'all might want to practice before y'all come out.
Practice? Talking about practice?
Raw dog it, son. I'm gonna walk out there like a rookie and pull something.
Have black guys and fucking cast.
Y'all got no idea. I'm gonna be skating backwards. I'm gonna be doing things like a ballerina. You don't even know.
It's gonna be fucking lit. Well, shit, we need to do that like Thursday night. Oh yeah, the race is on Saturday in the summer, and the Xfinity race is on Friday.
I'm so excited.
And we're coming up Thursday. That's the one we are able to come up Thursday.
I love a Saturday night race, dude. That is racing. Like that is racing. Saturday night.
It's gonna be sick.
That's what I love about short track racing is Saturday nights under the lights. That's like the best thing.
I think that it should be a rule that if NASCAR races at the same track twice, the second race has to be a Saturday night race.
Yeah, I like that rule. Like, or at least a day race and a night race.
Yep.
That way it's a different atmosphere. I get that it was the spring for the first time and now it's the summer. But you're talking about 10 to 15 degree difference during the race times.
Right. Yeah. We got to talk about this race, the finish.
Seabell won a race.
Look, first of all, I won back-to-back. Just throwing it out there.
I'm happy
Didn't
for you.
play it all last year.
I know. Yeah, I guess I'll play.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it to y'all. I wish Martinsville was still Saturday night. Yeah. Great point.
Yeah, man.
So
we almost had our 3-wide finish again. I thought it was leading up to be fucking insane. I get they threw the yellow. They're fucking wrecking down the backstretch. But Saturday night, they didn't wreck. They were wrecking down the backstretch and they didn't throw the yellow. So here we are, week 2 of controversy and what the fuck is going on.
Yeah,
and I do
remember Daytona, they didn't throw it.
So last week, Dakota, we were on this podcast talking about the yellow, and I said, hey, let's just be happy that they made the right decision by not throwing it because that's what they should have done. And then the very next week, I got to come on here and bitch about them throwing the caution. And look, my driver won, so I'm happy about that. That's who I picked. But ultimately, like, come on.
It would have been a great finish. I think Carson had a good chance. Obviously, Seabell and Larson. I think it would have been a phenomenal finish, but they just took it from us. The Clash, they called it early. Daytona, they didn't call it. And then all of a sudden, here they call it again.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand.
I was like, I get it. Like, there's dudes hitting the wall. There's dudes stopping and sliding. What I don't get the argument is they keep saying is like, you can't have guys pedal to the metal flying through these wrecks and T-boning people. I'm like, dude, these guys are trying to save the car. And like, at that point, I don't think they're trying to plow through the wreck and finish.
Well,
like,
and the other thing
they're trying to get the car straight.
They're trying to save the car.
Because they're trying to time that caution light. That's what they're doing right now. They're hitting the gas to keep accelerating so that when the caution does drop, their finish spot is the best it can be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
rather than just trying to like
get back to the line.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. And somebody was talking about, I think it was on Actions Detrimental this week. They were talking about, do we start making overtime even if it's the white flag lap instead of being the lap before it? And I really don't think that's going to fix it. And I think it takes too much away.
Yeah, it's opening a can of worms.
That I don't like that. Honestly, I don't like that and then how many times can we do OT? Is it just keep doing? Because they're going to keep
need to limit that to 3. I mean, that in my opinion, 3 is the perfect number.
That's like already too much.
But then then on the third one they wreck into 3 on the backstretch and they throw the yellow and we're all pissed off.
That's what I'm saying. How about it's the last lap? Just don't throw the fucking yellow.
If it's turns 1 and 2, throw the yellow.
I think there needs to be some
Turn
sort of
3, 4, don't call it.
Yeah, there you go. 3 and 4.
Like if they make it halfway down the backstretch. Like the leader's already into 3, then we have time to finish and slow down.
100%.
And they clear themselves quick.
If they're coming out of 1 and 2 and they're wrecking, then we probably need to throw it.
Yeah.
And in that case, I'm okay with an overtime. Let's rack them back up and do it again.
Yeah.
Rather than just call it.
remember
right?
for a while they had that line. They tried to be like, if they got to this line,
Right.
and that was a shit show in itself.
I think if you're in turn 3 and a caution comes out, you race to the line.
Yeah.
If you wreck before 3, yeah, exactly. Yep, let them re-rack before 3. But if they're hit by 3, I think even halfway. But let's say by 3, like, why are we throwing the caution? What's the point?
Yeah.
Like, we can let them race this out. They're not coming back
Well, that's
around.
what I'm saying. They're acting like they can't slow down by the time they get to the backstretch.
Yeah,
right.
And where this wreck happens to be, like, yes, it started at the front or near the front, but they went to the back like super quick. So everyone, when they threw the caution, when the caution lights came on, they were behind everyone. It was already, they were in front of where the actual wreck was.
Yeah, exactly. So what's the point? Let them just race.
No sense at all.
One thing I did want to bring up, because I feel like I missed something. Where's all this Carson Hocevar hate coming from?
Dude, I loved what Carson kicked their fucking ass all day.
I'm so confused. I'm so confused by this. Can someone explain this to me like I'm a retard?
I think it all starts with Daytona, and then transpires more here because he's cutting off lanes that are making runs, which he's going for the win. I get that. But during the middle of the race, when it's way too early to be doing this, he's basically pulling slide jobs and cutting off lanes. And so that's why Kyle Busch got upset with him. And
Kyle Busch is just a grumpy old man at this point. He doesn't stand a chance to win any race. He's grumpy.
Got it, thanks. That's what we got from Kyle Busch.
I don't care when he says shit nowadays. Honestly,
we never told that story.
Yeah, we forgot the story about after the truck race, after he won.
They ran into Kyle Busch.
Yeah, we're walking, and we are from me to my door, which is about 6 feet, 7 foot away. And he's getting off his golf cart to go in his motorhome. We're like, hey, great win out there. Good job. And he just got it, thanks, and walks off. Just like that picture I sent in the group chat with blurb. That's exactly how he looked and just turned around and walked off.
Oh, no.
Y'all there?
Yep.
Whoa, what the hell happened?
That was weird. I was surprised it was Dalton. Dalton was standing there?
No, so Dalton and them were ahead of us because they just kept walking. We were looking we were actually looking for people.
Yeah. I got to say hey to Austin Cindric. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
He walked right in front of us.
But and then he made some bad moves where he ended up causing the wreck with Suarez and Elliott. I think it was Suarez and Elliott. No, it was Suarez and Noah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's just he's racing like Ross did before Ross got the Chevrolet talking to.
What a terrible take, Dalton.
I think Carson's out there giving him hell. He's not.
I'm fine with it.
I don't see this happening every week. I don't see it happening this weekend. I just think Carson's out there like, dude, I could fucking win this thing.
Let me go on a little spiel real quick, because I heard Denny kind of explain it on AD about why they're all mad at Hocevar, and he didn't seem as mad as some of the other guys, but he was just, I don't know if y'all listened, but he was like, this is essentially why everyone's mad at him. It's because the style of racing has changed to where back in the day, they would have kind of given them some room and they wouldn't have raced as hard early on. But now the style of racing has changed and he's grown up in that style of racing.
Yeah.
And as a fan, I'm kind of like, fuck you, Denny, you're a pussy. Like, I like that they're racing hard throughout the whole race. Like, I like that they're not giving you an inch. Personally, I think as a fan, that's more entertaining. Like Timmy said, like, you're mad because he's racing. At the end of the day, that's all. Like, look, I know that it's not how it used to be, but yeah, they don't give you an inch anymore. And Carson is a young driver, and this is the world that he's grown up in, and he's racing you hard. Like, either move or race him hard back.
Well, you're saying it's not what it used to be, but if you look back to Dale Earnhart's days, what made him famous?
How many clips of Dale Earnhardt just moving people out of the fucking way and dumping people into the fucking fence?
Yeah. Exactly. You're not allowed to say anything bad about Dale Earnhardt, though. That's the difference. If you say anything bad about Dale Earnhardt, people will show up at your house with pitchforks.
Yeah,
for sure. They're at my front door right now.
And he wishes he could talk shit about Dale.
Yeah,
let's be
Carson
honest.
doesn't. Everybody's like, this kid's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, the same thing that Joey dealt with when he was a rookie, right? He was racing these vets really hard, and they all hated him for it. And even back then, I was, it was annoying, but it was kind of like, well, yeah, you're mad because he's racing hard. I just don't get it, man. I feel like I missed something because I
thought it was
him
refreshing
race.
to see Carson up there looking so damn fast.
I thought so too. I've been talking about how I've been kind of becoming a Carson fan.
Yeah.
I'm watching him
Corey
whoop ass
so bad.
I'm watching him
Corey
whoop ass, and I'm kind of like,
guy.
I like this. I like what he's doing.
And he's pretty good at like short tracks and some of the intermediates. Like I could see him having like, I'm not saying like anything crazy like playoffs, but like he's gonna have a pretty good season for where that team is, like a higher season than last year.
And more importantly, I think he has a very bright future ahead of him in the sport.
Yeah, I could see this leading to him being somewhere else.
I met him at a dirt track, super cool dude, and ever since I was kind of like, I'm gonna keep my eye on this guy. So he's one of those future drivers that I got my eye on.
Right. So post up Timmy's comment real quick.
All right, cool.
So
also, Denny was saying you need to wait till turn 4 to make moves, but they don't know if they're racing to the line or to the yellow. Ooh.
So there's two parts to that because technically he was talking about super speedways. And I get it for super speedways because of it going back and forth. He was talking about throwing a block or not throwing a block. I get that portion of it. Now, the portion of not knowing if you're going to the yellow or to the line, that part they need to fix. That part's got to get addressed.
That's what Denny was like, you got to wait and make that move, live to see the finish line. It was like, and if they wreck in 1 and 2 and the yellow comes out, what you waited for no fucking reason at all.
Yeah.
You were just going to wait and get second.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good point. It's a good point. And honestly, if the future is these old vets getting mad because the new young guys are coming up and racing hard the whole time, I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, me neither.
Get out of the way.
There's so much talent on the horizon coming through Xfinity and other series right now that I'm super excited because I know a lot of people don't like Heim, which I don't really understand the hate for Heim, but a lot of people, Heim's good. Then you got Quapple, you got
I like that Carson Quapple.
Yeah, Quapple's really good. I can't say I don't even know if that's the right way to say his last name, but there it is.
The Sandwich Boys, Swalich and
Zilich. Yeah, Swalich, Zilich. All the
Village, Corey Day from the dirt side,
dude. There's so much talent coming
in ARCA right now. I mean,
exactly. I just think there's so much talent coming that NASCAR could be in a great spot if we can fix all this bullshit, like these stupid yellow flags.
Because to be honest, if the money wasn't there, I think these guys would probably prefer to race something else. If it was like up to them. Right. If it was like, hey, you're going to get millions of dollars regardless. Now you go pick where you want to race. Would they choose cup racing? I don't know.
They make more doing dirt track racing. Larson already said that.
Because right. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying it's not just the money. You want these guys to race these cars. Like that's what you ultimately want. So there's a lot of young talent
racing COTA, by the way.
You what?
Zilich is going to be racing COTA.
Cup debut at COTA.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Very talented
Red
driver.
Bull's back. Yeah, we're going to COTA this weekend. Holy shit. They changed it up or something. I couldn't tell you what the old track layout was. So there's a new one, I guess.
Off the back
they shortened it by a mile, I think is what it
was. Like a very back tail.
Maybe the caution laps will be shorter.
Dude,
I don't really know who's going to win this motherfucker because it seems like some of these young bucks have been fast the last couple of years.
Dude, the caution laps at COTA, I can go run and grab a bite to eat down the road, come back, and they're still on a caution lap. I'm like, oh my God, what do we do?
And they still run 3-4 of them. It makes no sense.
Don't remind me. I have like PTSD from COTA's caution lap.
Do they throw the yellow when they're going into 6? On the last lap.
They're going into 12.
I think there's a lot of talent going into this race. I mean, obviously you got Reddick. Reddick's a great road course racer. You got Zilich coming up, which he's a great road course racer.
SVG.
SVG, your Mr. Hamburger.
You got Bubba Wallace.
Hey. He's working on it.
Hey, he almost did something.
Byron and Bell, they duked it out last year for this win.
Byron, Bowman, Bell. Yeah. I mean, you got some talent out there. I think COTA's going to be a good race. I don't know about it being shortened.
Hell, Seabell.
Yeah, back to back.
Back to back. You never know. I mean, he's good here.
Seabell, if you're looking for a driver right now.
He is emerging, dude.
I've been saying, dude, if you're a homeless person looking for a home, Seabell is the guy.
I thought Nathan was gonna go Seabell. I really was like,
Willie B's a good pick.
Well,
Seabell's a good
because
pick.
he doesn't like the DeWalt gear. He likes the monster gear. But for me, I'm old school. I'm going to like a driver for their talent and what they're doing on the track.
And nowadays, sponsors change so much. Like, give it 2 seasons, and he's going to have some other shit, you know?
Yeah, DeWalt's going to be the sport just like all the rest of them have.
Yeah. I wouldn't worry too much about that. If this was like 1998, I'd be like, okay, I get it. He's going to be in DeWalt for his entire career. But it's just not those times anymore.
Not anymore.
Should we go into picks since we're talking about? I feel like we're giving away all of the picks right now.
Yeah.
All right, I got my phone out.
Who did we pick last week? I don't even remember our picks.
I picked. So it's different than the picks that we made, obviously, in the bet. You picked Cindric and Gillen. Okay. I picked Blaney and McDowell.
Okay.
All right, what do you want your under pick?
My underdog pick is gonna be Michael McDowell in the 71 car.
Yeah.
Little road course racer sometimes. Did you see they started the race 6 laps down and came back to finish 13th at Atlanta?
That's crazy.
Isn't that insane?
He got the lucky dog 6 times in a row.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty, fucking head down digging.
Yeah.
Never give up. But,
he was in the garage and came out and finished 13th.
Underdog, I'll go Michael McDowell.
I'm going to take Allmendinger.
Okay, solid. Pull who you got.
We're doing underdogs?
Yeah.
I mean, technically, I'm going to go with SVG.
Yep. Yeah, that works.
That's a good pick. Yeah, there's a lot of good underdog picks here, actually.
I feel like he is either going to dominate and win or like, wow, this is harder than I thought and finish 8th.
I think he's going to kill it.
Yeah.
The track limits is going to be interesting for a lot of people. I think he's going to be fine with it.
Look at old races, even in the 90s, they let it run green even after tire blowouts and contact on the wall. They didn't utilize the area caution. Yeah.
Totally I had a thought the other day, or all this yellow flag last lap bitching. I remember being at Talladega, and it was 7 to go, and a car spun out, and they threw the yellow.
True, Austin.
And the race ended. It was 7 to go. They were coming to 6 to go, and a car spun out. And there was debris, and there wasn't enough laps to clean it up, and the race just fucking ended, and Jeff Gordon won. Like they just they ran 6 yellow laps, and Jeff Gordon won. We all threw beer cans at him, and it was like, I mean, that's what I used to watch. So like the whole we're bitching about you throwing it in 3 on the last lap shit, and I'm kind of like, wow, this is what it's come to. It's just like, I remember the yellow used to just come out with 10 to go, and the race was over.
Yeah.
Can't go back. There was no green, white checkers. If they would take the yellow and white, and it was so depressing and pissed off. You could get to your truck before they did the burnout.
Yeah.
You'd be pissed off.
All right. Who do you got for lock?
All right. For locks, I'm going Alex Bowman.
Yep.
Great car. He's got a bunch of top 5s here. He's solid road course racer. He's drifting with Kevin Harvick on the weekends.
I'm going to take Reddick.
Oh, you slut.
Can't believe you didn't pick him.
That's exactly who I was going to go for.
I was thinking Reddick, and I was waiting for you to pick him, so I was looking up other names.
Oh, I was just switching it up, trying not to be obvious.
That's fair. Yeah.
I'm going to pick Reddick a lot, so.
Yeah, right. That's fair.
I hope
I win with your pick. That'd be funny.
I hope they're fast. I think they're running the monster car this weekend, so it'll probably be fast. Zilich's first race. Is SVG going to be fast? I don't know what we're going to see with the new layout.
Those are definitely the 2 big names I think people are looking at.
I think COTA's grown on me some. I used to be like, oh, what are we doing? But it is third Super Speedway road course. What the fuck? I didn't even know COTA was this close in the season.
I'm still not a fan.
For my pick, I'm struggling between Bell and Chastain. Those are my 2 that I'm looking at, and I'm like,
I think it's pretty obvious who I'd pick.
I'd go Bell.
It's hard to go back to back, obviously, but I think Bell definitely has the chance to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Bell here.
Yeah, that's a solid pick, man. He damn near almost won it last year.
Yeah, exactly. I was tempted to pick Bell, but I was like, I'm not going to pick back to back on that one. But
I'm about to say, you're talking about back to back, not only in week over week, but then also track over track.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's definitely not in his favor, but I think he's talented enough to do it.
But the fact that it's such different tracks actually makes me think it's possible.
Right?
Yeah, true.
That makes
And it'd be a
sense,
big flex.
It would be.
Yeah.
And I could see that being a Bell flex early.
I mean, Bell Byron, the double Bs, man, they're kind of running the groups right now.
And then look at the racetracks we're going to. They're lining up for Bell. He almost won this race last year.
Yep.
Vegas, he's fucking kicks ass and almost won the race where Joey won.
Always top 10.
Homestead, he's
Always.
won. Phoenix, he kicks their ass. Like, he's gonna have a good chance going to tail.
I think Byron and Bell are gonna be hot early in the season.
Yeah.
And then they might fade away a little bit before the playoffs, but I could see them getting multiple wins early.
Yeah, that's what normally happens to Byron. He does really good at the beginning of the year, and then towards the end of the year, he starts falling off.
Or the summer, we're like, "Where's Byron?" And then the end of the year, he's in the Final Four.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, "Oh yeah, that's right." He has 4 wins.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh shit.
Well, I think that's gonna do it. Pool, thanks for joining, man. Thanks.
Man.
Thanks for inviting me.
We had to have the Bang Bus casting.
I missed you already.
Dude, I can't wait for Dega, and then I can't wait for let's see. Are y'all gonna be at the Coke 600 as well?
I'm pretty sure we're gonna run it back.
Yeah, we'll probably be there.
It's probably gonna be a day run.
From Atlanta.
Darlington, which you're bailing on.
Can't be there. I'll be up in Montana.
Yeah, we understand that.
Fair enough. All right. Later,
All right, boys. It was fun. See y'all next week.
Peace.
Doses.